Hello everyone. In this wonderful session, warm welcome to all of you. Nowadays we are dealing Chapter 5 of Unit 2, that is Morphology of Flowering Plants. Already 4 parts of this chapter we have done. This is chapter, that is Part 5. Here we have to see remaining parts of the floral structure. We have to see detail of, that is androecium, gynoecium. Then you have to see different type of placentation, and we have to define what in by fruits, different type of fruits. That will be discussed in this part, that is Part 5. So this is the androecium, the male reproductive part. The unit is known as, that is stamen. Stamen, you know, is it? Each stamen that consists of, that is 2 parts. The sterile part is filament and the fertile part is anther. Let this is the stamen, this is the sterile part, that is filament, and this is at the tip of this we have the fertile part, that is anther. The together two will make the stamen. You see, anther usually is bilobed in most of the plant, that is it consists of what? Microsporangia. So each lobe is having 2 microsporangia, therefore that will be known as what? Because the 2 lobes are there, it will be known as bithecus or dithecus, and as in each lobe there are 2 microsporangia, that is the anther will be known as, that is called tetrasporangiate. It is called tetra, that is sporangiate 1. Sterile anther, sometimes in some plants the stamen is sterile, that is known as staminode, an important term. And then we have to see length of the filament, that may vary, but before that an important question I'll discuss here. Children, you know, that is unit of calyx. Can you tell me? Unit of calyx is called, that is sepal, and unit of corolla, can you recall it? That is known as, that is petal. And here I told you that is unit of is androecium, that is known as stamen, is it? And in the same way, unit of the female reproductive organ, that is gynoecium, that is known epistle, or as called, that is carpel. Now related to this, basic things these are, but the important question came in examination many times. That is, the question is, that is which one is odd? If I have written here which one is odd, suppose the 4 options are there, the calyx is there, then that petal is there, then this is, that is androecium is there, is it? Androecium, and let this one is gynoecium. Yes, this is gynoecium. Can you tell me which one is odd out of these 4? It's very easy. The odd one is petal, because petal is the member, while these are the complete whole. Calyx, that is androecium, and gynoecium, these are the complete whole. So you have to remember it. Okay. Come to the length. The one is known as 𝕆𝕋𝔼𝔼 condition. That is, there are 4 stamens. Out of these, the 2 are longer in outer hole, and the 2 stamens are short in the inner hole. It is found in case of salvia. You can see here, this is 𝕆𝕋𝔼𝔼 condition. Tetradynamis condition, that there are 6 stamens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The outer one, 1 and 2, these are the, that is smaller one in outer hole, and the 4 which are in the inner hole, these are larger one, known as tetradynamis condition. And tetradynamis condition is very important characteristics of family Cruciferae. You know, the new name of the family Cruciferae is, that is Brassicaceae. That one is Brassicaceae family. Is it right? Come to the next now. That is, after this length, we have to see addition. Stamens, when are attached to other stamens. Stamens may be attached to other floral organ, that is known as petals. Stamens are not attached to stamen. Stamens are attached to other floral organ, then that condition is known as addition. When the stamen is attached to stamen, that condition is known as, that is cohesion. See the basic difference. Addition means, let this is the petal and the stamen is there, and the stamen is attached to, that is petal. If we have removed the petal, then the stamen will also be removed. So this condition will be known as, that is epipetal. Stamens are attached to petals, as is found in case of brinjal. Yeah, it is also found in case of almost all members of the that is family Solanaceae. What is epiphyllous? Important one. You see, phyllous, one is that is sepal, one is that is petal. You know, this is the that is member of calyx, and this is the member of that is corolla. You have to pay attention. In some of the flowers, for example, in family that is Liliaceae family, or we can say lily family, such distinction we do not have. Sepals and petals are not distinct. Then this type of fold is known as that is perianth. It is called perianth, and member of the perianth is known as that is phyllous. Is it right? So see here, epiphyllous means what? In case of family Liliaceae, that this is the phyllous and the stamen is attached, will be known as epiphyllous. When the stamens are attached to gynoecium, as is found in case of Calotropis, that condition is known as that is gynandrous. Is it right? Addition. Come to the next now. That is, we have to see cohesion of stamens. You can recall it. What in by cohesion? That is, when the stamens are found attached to other stamens, that condition is known as that is cohesion. Cohesion means, yes, stamens that is are found attached to that is other stamens attached to that is other stamens. Is it right? Other that is stamens. That condition is known as cohesion. Stamens means in this case the stamens are united. That is united means that is cohesion one. In some cases, that is when the stamens are not united, all are free. Stamens are free, as is found in case of mustard, as is found in case of radish. The condition is known as polyandrous. Poly means many, androus, polyandrous. The other important term is monoadelphous. Mono means one. All stamens are united and they are going to make one group. Stamens are united. They are making one bunch or one group, one bundle, that by their filament. Filament of all these are united. You are seeing here that is central structure, and these are the that is anther. All stamens are united here. That condition is found in case of China rose. Diadelphous. Di means two. You are seeing here in this case, that is these are the 9 stamens and this is the 1 stamens. There are 10 stamens overall, and the 10 stamens, these are united in 2 groups. Diadelphous 1. When filaments are united in 2 bundles, remember 2 bundles, that is one is separate and the 9s are united to make other group. The 2 groups are there, that is the filament, okay, will be united, as is found in case of P. Important characteristic of that is P family, that is diadelphous 1. Polyadelphous 1, that is, you are seeing here polyadelphous means what? That is, let there are so many stamens, and these stamens they have made one group here, that the other stamens they have made this is other group here, that is the other stamens, these are united here, that is they have made more than that is 2 groups, then that condition will be known as polyadelphous. Filaments are united in more than 2 bundles, as is found in case of citrus, and that is in lemon. What in by syngynesis condition? Important term, syngynesis. The anthers are united into bundle, but the filaments are found free. Anthers are united into one, that is bundle, but the filaments are free, as you are seeing in this case, that here these are the anther, that this is anther of one, this is the anther of other, this is the anther of third one, anther of fourth one. All these are united together, but their filaments are free. There are 5, that is stamen, filament are free, but their that is anther are united. Syngynesis condition found in case of sunflower, right? Synandrous 1, that is as is found in the case of cucurbits and in Colocasia. Anther as well as filaments of stamens, that is the whole stamen is being fused. These are being fused, that is united throughout their length, as is found in case of cucurbits and in case of Colocasia. That is about cohesion of stamens. Okay. Come to the next now. We have to see gynoecium, the innermost hold, the fourth hold, the female hold one is, and the member, you know. What's the member? Can you recall? The member is known as, it is called that is pistil, or also called as that is carpel. This is called carpel, right? That is part of the female reproductive part. This is, and it is made of one or many carpels. or we can say one or more, that is pistil. Two important terms, apocarpus and syncarpus. You see that this is one flower here, and there are so many, that is carpels are there. You see carpels are like this. These are the carpels. So what are you seeing here? This is one flower. The flower is one, and the flower has many carpels. The carpels are 5. Carpels we used to write gynoecium, that is G. That there are 5 carpels. All carpels, these are, that is free. These are free. These are not united. Apocarpus, carpels are free, as is found in case of rose and lotus. We will write it like this. In some cases, the carpels are many, more than one, but they got fused in embryonic stage. The carpel consists of 3 parts. That is, we have to see this term first. Carpels are fused together and they will make, that is one. Externally appears to be one, but in embryonic stage there had been more than one. They got fused, as in case of mustard and that is tomato family. How we will write this condition? We will write that there are 2 carpels and they got fused. That is known as syncarpus condition. If there are 2 carpels and these are free, will be known as apocarpus condition. Is it right? Come to the next now here. That is, we have to see structure of a typical, that is carpel or pistil. Elementary thing. In earlier classes also you have seen that the carpel is the female reproductive organelle is like this. That this is the part, that is one part. This is the part, the swollen basal part of this. This one is. So here the carpel is having 3 parts. This is the thalamus, and on this the carpel is there. The 3 parts are that this is a platform known as, can you recall it? That is called as stigma. Stigma is a platform disc-like structure where the pollen will come and pollen will land down on this, and this is known as a tubular structure which is found in between stigma and the swollen base, that is ovary, and this connection is called, that is style. That is called style. So can I summarize that one is ovary, this is, or better to call this one first. Stigma generally is the tip of the style and is the receptive surface of the pollen grain. What is style? It is a tube-like structure which will connect the stigma, and that is ovary. And what is ovary? You are seeing here. This is the enlarged basal part, ovary. Ovary has locule or chambers. That is, inside this ovary, that is, the chambers are there. If I had opened this ovary like this, you can see here that this is the ovary here. So it is having the chamber. Number of the chamber. In case of papaya, you have seen there is only one chamber. So that will be known as unilocular. But in case of lemon, you have seen that the same ovary is having more than one chamber. So depending upon the number of chamber, it may be unilocular, one chamber. It may be bilocular, that is 2 chamber. Bilocular condition will be like this, as is found in case of family Solanaceae, in case of that is brinjal, or in case of that is dhatura, in case of chili, tomato, that is bilocular. It may be trilocular. Trilocular condition will be like this, that this is the ovary, and here we can see that the 3 chambers are there in this, as is found in case of that is lily family, right? Or it may be multilocular. Each ovary bears, that is ovules. Ovules may be 1. In case of mango, this is the mango ovary. So how many ovules are there in this? Only that is 1 ovule there in mango. Or there may be many more. In case of tomato, there are numerous ovules, and the ovules are attached to the wall of ovary with, that is, placenta. Is it right? So here, female reproductive organ, I repeat, the pistil, carpel, and that is, this condition is known as when all carpels are free, that is apocarpus 1. When the carpels are fused, will be known as syncarpus 1. Notation for this is, in bracket we will write the number of carpel, and if these are fused, we will put this number in bracket. And this is the structure of a typical, that is here, this ovary, that this is the placenta. If it has only 1 ovule, so this is the ovule, and the ovule is attached to the, that is, wall of ovary with placenta. This is known as, that is, the ovule. And how many chambers this is having? That in this diagram, it is having 1 chamber. That's why it will be known as that unilocular. This will be unilocular. Is it right? Come to the next now. Now you have to see that is placentation. That is, arrangement of ovules on placenta within ovary is called placentation. Before we proceed to different type of placentation, you all have seen the pea fruit. That is, this is the pea fruit here. You all have seen the pea fruit. You see in pea fruit, that is here on this side, we have a double line, a suture is there, and the ovules are found arranged in a line on this margin. Is it right? So you see, this is an important point, important characteristic. Arrangement of ovule, important characteristic of family. Arrangement of ovule on placenta within ovary is called placentation, and it may be of following type. One is marginal, that is placenta form a ridge. As I told you, in case of pea, you have seen, you see the fruit, you can see the pea fruit is like this. On one side we have, this is a ridge-like structure, double line is there, and the ovules are found arranged on this ridge like this. So this is known as what? This is called marginal placentation. Pea family, very, very important characteristic. That is not only in pea, but in all the three subfamily of Leguminosae. This is characteristics of family Leguminosae. Is it right? Pea fruit. The pea fruit is known as, that is, legume. Right? Come to the next one. Axial placentation. Axis. Let this is the ovary. See, this is the ovary, and the ovary is having a central axis. Let this is the central axis like this. Axis like this is the central axis, and on this central axis, that is, the seeds are arranged. Here, this is divided into chambers. You can see here that is, these are the three chambers, 1, 2, and 3, and this is the central axis. That is, the seeds are found arranged on central axis. That is, develops from central axis. The ovules are attached to the multilocular ovary. You see, ovary is not unilocular one. This is trilocular ovary. That may be pentalocular ovary. That may be bilocular ovary. Bilocular ovary will be like this, that there are only two chambers, 1 and 2, and the ovules are found arranged, that is, here on central axis, as is found in case of China rose, in case of tomato, in case of lemon. Is it right? See here, very important point. Marginal, we have three families in course. That is, marginal is found in family Fabaceae. You have to remember, it is found in case of, that is, Fabaceae family. Axial placentation, we have two families. One family is, that is, Solanaceae, while the other family is Liliaceae. Is it right? How can you remember? There is no need of any mistake, no chance of mistake. That is, marginal is found in case of Fabaceae, axial is found in case of Solanaceae and in case of Liliaceae. In Solanaceae, that is, this is the bilocular ovary like this, that the two locules are there and the seeds ovules are arranged here. While in case of Liliaceae, that is, we have, that is, three chambers, that is 1, 2, and 3, and the ovules are found arranged here. You have to remember it. Come to the next now, that is parietal one. You can see the diagram here. How many chambers we have here in the ovary? Only one. That is, this is always unilocular one. Unilocular carpel, this one is. And these are the ovules, which will become later on seed after fertilization, you know. And these are the ovules. It means that the ovules are arranged on periphery of the wall of ovary, and this is, that is, unilocular one. Ovules develops on the inner wall of the ovary or on peripheral part. Ovary is single chambered, unilocular this one is. But in case of, you see, in case of mustard family, that is family Brassicaceae, what is there in case of mustard family? You see, in mustard family, the ovary is, that is, unilocular in the beginning, unilocular, only one chamber is there. But at maturity, this ovary, that is, a false septum will develop in between. That's why that will become, that is, bilocular here, and this false septum, that is called, that is bilocular now, and this false septum is called, that is, rhapellum. What is this? Rhapellum. So you see here, but it becomes two chambered due to formation of false septum, as in case of mustard or in case of archimon. Can you recall what type of placentation will be in papaya? Definitely this is parietal one, you know, that the seeds are arranged. Where are the seeds arranged? Seeds are arranged on the wall of, that is this, that is ovary. Come to the next now, that is free central, center, that is ovules are borne on central axis and the septa are absent. That is here also the ovary is one chambered, ovary is, that is unilocular, that is unilocular. This is a very important one, has come many times in examination. This is also unilocular one, this is also unilocular one, and as is found in case of dianthus and in case of primrose. This is a very important one you have to remember. That is, this is found in case for family, this is found in, that is family, that is 𝕆𝕋𝔼𝔼. What is this? It is found in family, yes, 𝕆𝕋𝔼𝔼. Is it right? Come to the next now, that is basal. The placenta develops at the base. That this is the ovary. You are seeing this one is the ovary, and here this is the base of the ovary. At the base of ovary, that is the ovule is found attached here. And you have seen in case of, that is marigold, in case of wheat, even in case of, that is mango, that the placentation is basal one. This basal placentation, this is known as, this is called the advanced type of advanced, this is placentation. This is advanced, is placentation, right? Come to the next slide now, that is fruit. Fruit, you know, is important characteristic of angiosperm. Why? Because fruit, from where the fruit will develop? Fruit develops from, that is ovary. After fertilization, ovary will become fruit, and you know, ovary is found in flower. Flowers are found in angiospermic plant, and therefore the fruit are formed only in flowering plants. After fertilization, you know, ovary will become fruit. That may be fertilization, they may not be fertilization, because parthenocarpy is also there. That is, ovary will be mature or ripened. That's better to call after fertilization or after maturation or after that is ripening, the ovary will be converted into fruit. Right? You see important term, parthenocarpy. In some cases, fruit is developed without fertilization. That's why in that fruit seed will not be there. That will be known as parthenocarpic fruit, and the phenomena is called as parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpic fruit, because the seeds are absent, that's why known as seedless fruit. Example is banana, grapes, and that is pineapple. Is it right? Come to the next now, that is true fruits, which develops only from ovary. True fruits, as in case of, that is many example we have. Let the example is, that is mango is there. Let the example is tomato. They develop only from, that is ovary. What is false fruit? Pseudocarpic fruit. In some fruit, that ovary, that along with other part of the flower also used, that is in fruit formation, that is in apple, pear, that is thalamus is being used, and some other example are, that is strawberry, mulberry, and cashew. That is pseudocarpic fruit, false fruit. Usually fruit consists of fruit wall. Important point here, that is fruit wall. When this is fruit wall is called as pericarp, and inside the fruit the seeds are there. Pericarp may be dry, as in case of, that is wheat you have seen, or pericarp it may be, that is fleshy, as in case of, that is mango. So we have to see, that is pericarp may be dry. There are, that is so many divisions of fruits, but we have not to go in detail of this. We have to see what is given in NCERT, because our discussion is based on NCERT version only. Pericarp is thick and fleshy. It is differentiated into three parts. The outer one is epicarp, that is middle one mesocarp, and the inner one is endocarp. You see, very important point this is, that is pericarp is thick and fleshy. We have to describe it. In case of mango and coconut, that is such fruits are known as, that is drupe. What do you mean by drupe? Here you see that the three layers are there. One is called as, that is epicarp, the middle one is called as mesocarp, and the innermost one is known as, that is endocarp. What is this? That is called endocarp. That is here, that is the pericarp, which is divisible into three. Is it right? The most important point here is, that is here, this endocarp is stony. that endocarp is stony. When the endocarp is stony, then the fruit is known as, fruit is called drupe. Drupe means that is the innermost one, endocarp is that is stony one. They develop from monocarpillary superior ovary, and these are one-seeded one. You can see in mango, this is the epicarp one, outermost, which is not edible one. This is the mesocarp one, which is, in case of mango, this is the, this is edible mesocarp. This is important, edible mesocarp. And why this is drupe? Because that is the endocarp. This is endocarp is that is stony one. Endocarp is that is stony. That's why this is drupe, and the edible part in this is mesocarp. In case of coconut, this is the epicarp, outermost one. Mesocarp here, in this case, the mesocarp is that is fibrous. This is made up of, that is, this is fibrous. And here the innermost one, that is endocarp. Endocarp is also stony one. So can you recall it? That is what's the edible part? Edible part here is that is endosperm. Endosperm in this case is the that is edible part. Is it right? It is edible part.